Convenience Store News' Small Operator Academy, an education program designed to help the industry's independents and small chains overcome their biggest challenges and stay competitive. We're pleased to have here with us today Babir Sultan, President and CEO of Fave Trip, a chain of 3 convenience stores in the Kansas City area. What especially sets Fave Trip apart is its commitment to using innovation to improve everyday experiences. By embracing real-time AI-driven store intelligence, this small operator ensures better service coverage, cleaner restrooms, safer stores, and smarter merchandising. Benefits customers feel immediately, even if they never see the technology behind the scenes. Fave Trip was recently honored by Convenience Store News as one of this year's Outstanding Independence Awards winners. Babir, welcome. Congratulations on the well-deserved honor.
Yes, thanks. Thanks for having us on the list. And all the other stores are a great inspiration for us. So we look up to the industry and other businesses for inspiration. So thank you for that. And thanks for having me.
Great. Well, thanks for being here. So for some small operators, the AI landscape can seem really overwhelming. You know, there's so many different solutions being introduced and possible applications to choose from. Where do you suggest a small operator start?
I get this question asked a lot, and I always tell them, like, you know, you should audit your headaches or your problems, as I call them, and start scaling them from a 0 to 10. And then as you go along, figure out which one needs immediate resolution, what is out there. Is it worth it for you to do it yourself, or, pay somebody else to solve your problem, right, when it comes to leverage? So I'm very on the mindset of problem first, AI later. And I've dealt with some bigger chains as well, where a lot of the focus seems to be where we got to do some sort of AI. We don't want to get left behind, the big fear. But I want to reverse engineer that, where I say, talk about HR, marketing, onboarding process, all kinds of things, and reverse it backwards from there. Either you have somebody on the team or a college intern. I don't expect everybody to nerd out or get excited about technology, because my background before convenience stores was IT. So I get really excited whenever I see a new tech or something coming along. So I always tell them, start somewhere. And then, I'm going to say back in the days now, because it feels like back in the days, because prompting an AI like ChatGPT or Claude, it feels old now. You're talking about, but you could start there, but it's a good second brain. I call it your best, smart friend that you could brainstorm with. So brainstorm ideas and come up with solutions. And we're going to make this a very practical thing, where I'm going to show you literally this morning, some AI use cases that I hope your audience take that with them today.
Awesome. And that's great advice, and something that every operator can apply.
Yeah.
So within your own chain, where have you found the use of AI to be most impactful?
Yeah, I think for us, coming up from an operations point of view, we recently looked at our onboarding process and figured out how we're going to improve that. And we've been making a lot of changes because it hasn't been updated, for many years. We're getting into the nitty-gritty details of adding subtitles or captions in our videos, and they're in a certain way. That's our demographics. Being more intentional with our designs. We're going to be launching a mobile app soon. So I'm not the design guy. I cannot do the graphics. Either I could hire somebody or leverage AI. It goes back to what I said earlier. Either I do it or find somebody to do it, or pay for the AI to do it. It's a cost. It's an opportunity cost. And when you think about it, so that's kind of what we're leveraging AI for. Today, if you ask me, it's a very everyday use. I think I spend over 2 to 3 hours daily leveraging AI for our operation side of things. Yeah.
That's great. So being the tech nerd, as you said, pick your brain. How do you see AI evolving over the next few years?
I think I said this last year. It was very early, and a lot of folks in the audience were like, what is he talking about? Agents, right? We're in a world of agents now. On LinkedIn, I shared a profile of my agents, and I call them pretty much my employees that never get tired of. Uh, so one of them does billings, and one of them does invoicing and billing. Another does social media snag trends, uh, you know, different things being used, communication and everything. You name it, does it. Where that's the future, where you let them loose, do their thing. You have guardrails in place where you check on them. But I have 5 agents currently that report back to one manager. It's almost like a district manager. That district manager reports back to me if everything is working well, they got stuck somewhere. And we use Claude a lot compared to ChatGPT, where we're making these skills. It's literally training somebody to do some of these works. And I could put money behind some of these things too, because originally, if I calculate the time and energy it cost us to do some of these tasks, it was right up there between $1,500 to $1,800 a month. Currently, I'm on the max plan with Claude, which is $200 a month, and it does all these things. So my savings in total is like 13, and that's just one use case. We're going to share more use cases here.
That's amazing. And it's great that you have somebody, all of the agents are, feeding into one manager. So you have that people. I think that's something that is off-putting for people. They're worried that AI is just going to go off the rails. So it's good to have some parameters.
And you got to have things set up yourself. It doesn't go off the rails on its own. You got to set up the things like, about our social media, right? We reach almost 8 million people a month, thousands of comments. I'm almost like a one-man operation when it comes to social media. I can't reply to all of them, right? So we did do a thing where we took the Wendy's Twitter personality on YouTube and we started letting it comment, right? So it was commenting on anything and everything. It was like, okay, stop, reverse, delete. Let's set some guardrails. You cannot, YouTube is an interesting space. A lot of people say a lot of mean things. So not every comment needs a like and share and a reply sometimes. Some of them need to be deleted, but the AI is starting to notice those patterns of being more protective of not, just, hearting something that shouldn't be hearted or something like that. So, but it's been great where we tell it to review all the comments. What are people seeing in the comments? What do they like, not like? It's almost like a customer persona for us that we have built through the AI as well.
Nice. And so what is next for FaveTrip and its AI use?
We have some really exciting partnerships that we're doing. We did do a test on, for example, we're big on preventing shoplifters. For example, one of the things that we're in the final stages of, we always use stuff internally, and then other small operators see value. We open it up for them too. I always say in our shoplifting videos, the worst shoplifter is the repeated shoplifter, right? It's like fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So you get regulars that shoplift. So one of our AI is going to start detecting the regular ones and notify our staff as well. Is doing it just internally, but we're trying to make it even better now. Things like clocking in and out is going to be a thing of the past. I think that's time consuming. It used to be where even now when I meet an operator, he's writing on a piece of paper when somebody's coming in and out. And then one says, I'm very advanced. I have these punch-in cards now. Another one says, I have these apps, but sometimes they forget to clock out. We're working on something internally where as soon as our staff walks in, it clocks them in. At the end of the week, it sends the accountant, right? Is time well saved for us. So that's exciting. Another partnership we're really excited about because we have a AI live monitoring company. Again, in the past, we used to have, one of our cameras, one of our stores has 36 cameras. Recently, we have, and we're actually going to do a live demo on YouTube on the FaveTrip channel, just as a demo to test it out. Is basically a 360 camera, but it's not your average dome 360 camera. This 360 camera is going to reduce a lot of that hurdle of 36 cameras, one camera in one. Wow. So not only our live security company could use a cursor like a mouse and navigate on that camera, also people that are watching live on YouTube could do that too. So we're actually going to do it. I happen to be setting up for a demo today. I had to learn the ins and out of that camera. So on YouTube today, we'll have a demo with actually our audience. So we always try to find a fun engagement thing where our customers that are off-site and in person can, so this one I think will be interesting where not just we can navigate on the camera itself, but the customers watching live are going to be able to maneuver, like literally switch around with the camera. So that's exciting partnership for us.
That's amazing. And that's awesome interaction that you're offering your customers and just continuing to build that Fave Trip excitement and Fave Trip loyalty.
Yeah. So you got to do things that, make it interactive and fun for the customers as well. And not just, so it does two things. One is going to reduce a lot of load off our live monitoring folks. And the other thing is also, not a lot of people want to have 36 cameras throughout the store, especially as a 4,000 square foot store. It makes it harder for the folks even watching live. But this one, you could literally navigate, and it's one of the true 360 cameras we ever came across that we haven't seen before. So it's very new technology, and that's just the entry point. And another tip for a lot of small operators to make this effective is that start small, start somewhere, right? Because this company that we're working with, Coppola 360, they offer a lot of stuff. They literally have robots that will bring you things, and and we said, hey, we want to start small. Give us the very entry level things, and then they have their own AI, and they're talking about doing things like retail media kits within the live feed. So if you're a brand, and you can have your little video play in the corner of within a video kind of thing, and you could get So I know. You guys covered a lot about retail media when it comes to Casey's and other folks, and we're not behind that. We just signed a contract until November on our pumps to be, retail media friendly as well. So we want to have a schedule. Again, as a small operator, we don't want to feel like we get left behind. So always start small and work your way up from there. It has to be where if you start off so big, ambitious, and I'm going to do conquer the world today with AI, sooner or later you find out this is a tough thing to fulfill. So I always tell a smaller operator, even a big operator, start with your small problem and gain momentum from there.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Babir, for chatting with me today. So many opportunities. And I feel like if we talked 6 months from now, you would be sharing a whole bunch of other use cases. So it's
Yes.
such exciting stuff. And I hope our conversation inspires other small operators to think about how they can embrace AI, starting, like you said, start small, think of those headaches. So thank you so much.
I'll give them assignment. Here I got an AT&T bill today. I wasn't very happy, right? So I was literally out for a jog, and I told Claude off my phone as a dispatch to find me other competitors, and it literally did, right? Like that's a small problem, right? It's not small, but it results in big savings. So start small. I love what you guys put out. It really helps us as a small operator, and you guys do a lot, and we appreciate it. And I hope it opens up a conversation for more interesting conversations to be had.
Same here. And we appreciate small operators like you sharing your learning. So just keep the cycle going. Thank you.
Thank you so much.